Welcome, dear Leo, to your tarot reading. Today I will read your cards for the upcoming week, which will begin at the 1st of September and will end at the 7th of September. First of all, I would like to explain a few general facts about the reading. The pattern I'm going to use is the so-called Celtic cross, which shows you the general energies for the week and prospects for the near future. This pattern also provides you with insights in your environment, your wishes and fears, your mindset, and the conscious and unconscious forces within you. The so-called court cards, Knight, Queen, Prince, and Princess, often refer to special people in your life and describe their traits of character. It is not important what gender these cards show. That means a knight could also be a woman in your life, and a queen might as well be a man. Since time is fluent, some events might already have happened, whereas other events might occur a bit later. That hopefully gives you an overlook on your current life situation and some advice on how to deal with it. And now we shall begin. So, dear Leo, now summer's almost over. Your birthdays are almost over. And fall will begin soon. I'm telling you that while dealing the cards here. Sometimes it takes a while, but now we have what we need and we can start your reading, dear Leo. Okay. Your main energies for the next week are quite challenging. There are the Three of Swords and the Tower. Okay, there certainly is some kind of life situation you are fed up with, you are done with. Now you've come to the conclusion, to the bitter conclusion, that you can't go on living like this. I can see that with other signs too at the moment. Many things come to an end at the moment. Things that have been good for a while, maybe for years, maybe for decades. But now things have to change. And that's always hard for everyone. But and for you, of course, too. But you have decided to break out, to go, to leave. And it might be the best thing to do, I think. Now let's take a closer look. Yeah, you made a decision here. Here's the Ace of Swords. You made that decision, and that's good. No matter how dire the situation looks at the moment, that's the worst. You've got the worst behind you because you made the decision. You if whatever it is, whoever it is, what makes you sad, makes you unsatisfied, you've decided to leave that behind, and you will do so next week, I think, because here the Tower will add to those Three of Swords. So, okay, in your consciousness, you are quite satisfied, you're quite content, but that doesn't always have to be a good thing. Of course, it's good if you got anything you need. But what's next? If you have everything you need, things can get boring someday. Then you will need something else. People always want things they don't have. So if you have a lot of money, a lot of friends, now you want different friends. Maybe you want just silence. Maybe you don't want any kind of friends at the moment, or just one or two. Maybe you don't want to eat that much or indulge yourself too much. Maybe you have done it over the last few weeks. You're a Leo. You like to enjoy things, you like to indulge yourself, that's what you do, and that's not bad. But I think now you think, okay, that's it. I was on vacation. I had good parties or good friends with me. I uh, um, yeah, I enjoyed lying on the beach, for example. I enjoyed the buffet at the hotel. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed that, and it was really nice. But now I feel kind of bored, or I now I have to start working again. I have to get things done, and yeah, um, some Leos might not like that idea. um, but yeah, um, here's the last. Okay, wow, you indulged yourself very much, a lot. You really enjoyed summer, I think, and now you're full of good energy. Um, but the bad thing is summer's over. Summer's almost over, and uh, yeah, now you have to get a bit more serious, and yeah, you can't celebrate every day. That's not possible. You could do that the last few weeks because we had summer, and maybe you were on vacation. Of course, you had birthday. Maybe you celebrated your birthday very big, and invited many people, and it was a great party, and everybody's still talking about it. Something like that. Leos are well known for giving good parties and having good taste with these things. But yeah, now it's like kind of a hangover. Yeah, the party's over. It was great, but now you've got to tidy up. You've got to clean, and you've got to make some kind, maybe do some sport because you gained a few pounds, and uh, yeah. So now it's time to get more serious. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. So I don't see here. I still see that you are in this mood of celebrating and inviting friends, and um, maybe it's also that what you want. Maybe you're missing that, and you uh, uh, you the summertime. In the summertime, you've learned that again. You're maybe you've gone through some kind of problems, some hard times here. Then you've seen, oh, that's not me. I want to be me again. I want to invite friends. I want to go shopping. I want to enjoy life, and that's the decision you've made here. And you maybe you couldn't enjoy life too much. That would be the opposite now. Before the Nine of Cups, I just said, okay, you've celebrated enough, and now you have to turn to the more serious topics in your life. But now I see you don't want that. So maybe it's the other way around. You couldn't celebrate so much, and you're missing something there, and you've come to that conclusion here, and now you want to enjoy the rest of summer. You want to invite people. You want to invite friends, and share with them all your stuff. And this here, the Queen of Pentacles here. That means that you know that you will get out of this dire, gloomy mood you've been in when you're patient, and you try to get out of some kind of depression here. So depression, not literally speaking, maybe for one or another person it's literally spoken, but something was, yeah, you had some kind of burden, maybe, or maybe you just had some kind of general worries about things in the world, and but you don't want to lose your happiness about it, and you don't want to lose your lust, your passion, because there are so many things now that are disturbing and worrying. And so you're saying to yourself, okay, I will do whatever I can to make things work for me, and I will do it with some patience. And I will be patient, and I will be confident that I will do that, and that I can enjoy my home with my friends, with my family. And your environment is, you are at the right place. You want to end, I think now it becomes clearer. You want to end a phase of your life that has been, very challenging for you. And you want to gain your happiness again. You want to gain your passion again, your generosity, your being with people. You've lost that in some way over the last weeks or month, and found yourself being alone. And then you said, how could that be? I'm a sociable person. I love being around people. I love to be the center of attention. I love to invite people. I'm generous. And now I'm sitting here alone. That's not possible. And now you're starting to change that again, to become yourself again. Yeah? People don't change. They just become something they can't remember. And maybe you forgot over the weeks, over the years, who you really are, who you really were, and now you find yourself again, and think, how could I ever forget about that? Maybe there were too many problems around you, problems of others, challenge at work, maybe. Some people you had to help, you couldn't let down, and so you had to make sacrifices, and couldn't live your life. But now it's over. Maybe the person has gone. Maybe the person maybe you had to care for an elder person, and now he or she died, or something like that. Of course, that's sad, but it's also a relief. And now you can say, okay, I've done my best. I did my best, and now he or she is gone, and now I can care for myself again. And that's really important for you, so you won't forget who you are. You wish that here are the Six of Pentacles. I can see that you really want to come to yourself again. You want to get to know yourself better, and you want to know who you are. And this is really important for you now. Maybe you ask yourself, why did I stop, or when did I stop being me? And I think it's not your fault. It's more, things happen, and you have to react to that. You have to deal with that. Sometimes no one asks you what's your opinion. You just have to react. And I think now it's time for you to act and to do whatever you want. And wow, that's just what I said. That's the Seven of Wands. It's also a Leo card. You can see it here, like the last, by the way. And you are fighting for something you've almost lost, and you want to gain it back. You want to get your life back. You want to save your relationship. You want to save something which is important for you, protect something or someone who is important to you. And you are determined to do so before you will lose it forever. So it's quite serious, but it's also inspiring. It's also, I have that kind of hope for you, that you are at the point now where your energy will rise again. Your energy will surge again, and you can do things you did earlier in your life, and then you went astray in some kind of way. You lost your path, and you realized that, and you realized what kind of person you really are, and that made you think, okay, I want to be that person again. I want to live life at the fullest, and now I'm gonna do so here. That means that's what the Seven of Wands mean. You're fighting for yourself, even if there are some kind of resistance. You don't care. You fight for yourself. You'll also be reckless if needed. If people are too stubborn and want to prevent you from doing that, you won't care anymore. You will say, I don't care. I don't care about what you're thinking. I do whatever I want. It's a general energy at the moment. I could say that for Gemini. I could say that for Cancer, for example. They all are fed up. They say, I want to do whatever I want. I want to close things that have come to an end for me, that are not good for me anymore. I want to act more like myself. And that's good. I think we all are getting a bit more free and focus more on ourselves now than on others. And maybe that's a good thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean we don't care for each other anymore. It just means that you can't neglect yourself, because if you do so, you can't help others either. Okay, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed my reading, your reading, of course, and that you can apply it on your current situation. Please leave your comments below. I'm looking forward to your replies. Have a lovely week. Goodbye und auf Wiedersehen.